We did $93,000 in sales on Walmart last month, and we did this after starting from $0 7 months ago in the beginning of 2026. If you guys don't know me, my name's Scott. I run a multi-7-figure and hopefully soon to be 8-figure Amazon resale business where we work directly with brands and distributors. We buy their products and then sell them on Amazon. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how we transition that business onto Walmart and how you can do the same. So step one of this is using Amazon's MCF or multi-channel fulfillment. And you might ask, how does this help me and what is this? So what multi-channel fulfillment is it basically allows you to ship products you already have at Amazon to customers without them ordering off Amazon. So you can go into Amazon, you can click on the multi-channel fulfillment, you put in a customer's address, you select the ASIN or item that you want to send to them, and then you ship it directly there. You obviously pay Amazon to do this, and it's more expensive than it would be if someone's purchasing an order, but it does allow you to get the items out of Amazon without having the person have to order through Amazon. So how does this help us transition from Amazon to Walmart? So the reason why this helps is because we basically want to test sales volume, and MCF is going to allow us to do so without having to buy stuff specifically for Walmart and without having to commit a bunch of time to setting up processes, maybe fixing warehouse stuff so that we can sell on Walmart. So what you can do is Walmart actually permits you to use Amazon MCF to fulfill orders. So the strategy is you're going to select 5 SKUs, ideally your top 5 SKUs, and ideally from different brands. We want to select the top 5 SKUs from our top 5 suppliers, right? We want diversity, and I'll explain, and it'll become clear later why this is. Then you're going to go into Walmart and you're going to list these as seller fulfilled. Not going to list them as Walmart fulfilled. You're going to list these as seller fulfilled. What I would recommend doing is undercutting the price a little bit. Remember, we're not trying to make money here, right? If you do, that's great. Even if you lose a little money, that's okay as well, right? We're trying to test Walmart as a sales channel so that you can copy and paste your business over and create another 7-figure business on Walmart, which is what it's going to do for us, right? So we're not trying to make money here. Don't focus on the economics, just focus on this as testing volume. Then run that for 5 to 7 days and see how many units sell during that first test. So step 2 of this is sending them into WFS. And that's where you're actually gonna buy the inventory and set up your warehouse so that you can ship to WFS or speak with your prep center and have them do WFS. Most prep centers do both, but you might need to get a new one. If they don't, if they only do FBA. And so when you're buying for WFS, it's like Amazon FBA, right? If you're an Amazon seller, which you should be if you're watching this video, this isn't really a beginner video, and you're trying to copy and paste your business over to Walmart, it's important to understand it is pretty similar to Amazon FBA in terms of volume and conversion, right? You're gonna get more sales if your stuff's FBA eligible because people want the Prime badge. The same thing is true on Walmart. People want fast shipping, even if it's not like the Prime badge or the, even if Walmart's program is not as big as Prime, people still want faster shipping, right? That's the basis of the argument here. And so I would assume that you're gonna sell more. So what I would do again is I would buy what would probably be a week's stock at WFS. And I mean, take what you sold in 5 to 7 days and double it, okay? And then you're gonna use that as your WFS stock. You're gonna send that in and see how well that sells. So step 3, now that we've seen sales data at WFS, is gonna be expanding across the brand. And this is why earlier I said, try as many brands out as possible. The first 5 to 10 products you test with MCF and with then WFS should be things that come from different suppliers because we want data for each supplier. I made a different video about this, but there are 2 things I basically look at to see how well something's gonna sell, which is how well does it sell on Amazon and how many verified reviews does it have in the last 6 months. For those of you who don't know, verified reviews are basically reviews that took place on Walmart. And you can do this, I'll put it up right here. You click on a product, scroll down and click verified reviews only, and you can see all the verified reviews and you can sort them by most recent. So just as an example here, this is how I expanded across brands, right? How I knew how much to buy for specific brands, which is I would sell, let's say we sell 1 product from a brand, right? And it sells 100 times a week on Amazon and it has 10 verified reviews in the last 6 months. And when I brought it into WFS, because it was part of the initial test I talked about, it sold 10 times in a week at WFS. Now we have an item 2 from that brand and it sells 50 times a week at Amazon and it has 5 verified reviews in the last 6 months. We can assume it's probably going to sell 5 times a week at WFS. Now, this is just an example to show you what I'm talking about. The numbers often aren't like this clean, But this is how you expand across a brand, right? And this is why you want to have data for as many brands and as many categories as possible, is so you can kind of copy and paste that volume to other products and know how much to buy. And so do this for all of the brands that you brought on and all of the products you brought on initially, and then take a look at all of the other stuff from that brand and see how much of it you can bring on to WFS. Now, I hope this was helpful. Hopefully, if you're watching this, you already have an Amazon business or you're building one right now, and this should be an easy way to add revenue. I mean, I think that we can add, I'd say like 20% to our top line with Walmart once it's fully built out. Again, we're just still scaling it. We did 93K last month. I think this month will be a little bit of a dip just because I haven't been as focused in buying stuff, but overall this year should continue to trend upwards. So thanks for watching. If you guys like this video, if you want more stuff on Walmart, please let me know. Happy to make it, happy to talk about what we're doing.